Okay, so let's take a look at how you can add school visitor sign-in tracker with Airtable. So what we'll do, we will use start from scratch option. Now here you can import the existing spreadsheets from Google Sheet, Excel or CSV, or even paste data, right? You can also use existing template, but in my case I'm going to start from scratch. Right now the thing is, I have this existing default template where you can see name, notes, assignee and status. We don't need this, so we will get rid of these fields, right? So we'll be starting from scratch, so this final field will be primary, right? So we will edit this into, say, a date, right? So you can include a time as well, 24 hours, right? You can even display time zone, right? So here we will simply make this as our default primary field, right? So we have our date. Next thing is adding name, right? The name of person that is visiting our school or daycare or any other similar institution, right? It should be a single line text, right? Because it is visitor and not permanent user that you can add into Airtable. So we'll be using single line text, right? You can then create field, right? So we have date, name. We also need reason, right? Why that person is visiting the daycare or school. So we will use single line text, create field. So we have date, that person's name, reason to visit. Now we need time in, time out. So we'll add time dash in. Now here can check whether we have option for time in and out. So you can give it created time, right? This will show the date and time where the record was created, so it cannot be edited, right? So this should be in and out time. If you want, another option would be to, let's say, using date, right? So you can try that, right? So we can include time here as well, which is required. So time in, create field. Now same I can do here. I can duplicate field, time in, copy, just edit that to time out, right? So that person is in and that person is also out, right? Then final field I need is duration, which we can automatically calculate, but that will require formula, and unless you have paid version, I'm not sure we would be able to compute and able to add that, right? So in that context we can simply use duration, right? So we have hour, minutes, seconds, right? Create field. Then we have this table name. I can rename this to visitor tracking. Save, right? Now I can also change the base name to school visitor tracker, right? And that should update the base. Right now in view, if you check, we only have create view. Can use form view. Let's say visitor tracker, only one person editing this tracker. If you want, you can add additional users, right? Create new view, right? Now here I can use Walnut School visitor sign in tracker, right? Then we have date, then we have name, reason to visit, time in, time out and duration, right? So you can in and out the duration field, right? Considering we are using this interface, we can even hide by selecting this and using remove field, right? So that's one thing you can do, and then can move to our other views, right? Like say we want to check the grid, we can also add another grid. Also we can add gallery, timeline, can, but those are not related to our current visitor tracker, right? So what we can do, we can simply use visitor tracker, and here I'm going to choose my views, which is going to be a grid view, right? So this should be your view where everything is visible, right? Here you can open your form view in another tab and then add one of the entries so you can verify this. So let's see, gender reason is say some like teacher appointment, then time in and then time out. Here I am adding 45, duration 0030, right? And then if I use submit, as you can see, thank you for submitting the form, and here I have to check the view, switch to grid view, and then here you'll notice we have this entry added. I don't know why it moved to fourth place. We can manually add entries here so as to avoid any issues, right? So as you can see, school tracking sign in form allows you to add the custom name, reason, time in, time out, right, and duration. So you get the idea how to create such a visitor tracker form in Airtable for your school, daycare, or similar other places.